Dear Jamsey, I just got back from being at your house. Well, actually, I just got back from a bunch of errands, but before that, I drove to your house and I went into your room and I got all the makeup. Now, you know what that's for, but anyone who's listening wouldn't know what that's for. So, tomorrow, I'm headed off to visit my cousin. It is her prom, and she asked me to do her makeup. And I think that's a great idea. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Also, I've learned a lot from Jasmine as far as like how to do makeup, so I think I understand it more than I used to. But I also don't have as much as I used to. And I also, let's just be honest, am not as skilled as my best friend Jasmine. Right, Jasmine? Right? Right? Yeah? I know you're nodding. I know you're really nodding. You know what? I think you're rolling your eyes nodding. Oh yeah, I see that. I see that. I see that attitude come out of that side of the camera. Oh yeah, I see that attitude. I was kind of thinking, and I was like, okay, I can do her makeup, but I really feel like I have a best friend who A, has more stuff than I do, and B, has more skill than I do. So, how can I make this work? So I messaged you, Jasmine, and I said, here's my predicament. And you said, you know what? There's a few things that I have, and you can go and get them. So I've got the list in my book. I wrote it down while we were talking. And I went in to get the stuff. Do you know how hard it was to find all this stuff? Like, some of these tubes are like this big. How am I supposed to know what that looks like? Like, I don't even, let me get, okay. One of them, the Sephora primer. Goodness sakes, that's this big. Do you know how long I looked? Oh my goodness. Plus, come on, let's just be honest, you're an artist. When it comes to colors and matching things, and like the moment you said, well, it has to be matte, I was like, matte? What do you mean matte? I don't know, like a floor mat? Like, I have one of those. Should I just drape it over her head? I have the stuff. I'm ready to go. You would ask me what my favorite things were and that, you know, I should share. So I have 3 favorite things, and I thought it would be fun to share them. So my favorite thing, my first favorite thing number 1! A silly water bottle for your dinner table or just for on a picnic. And I love this thing. It's huge and it just, I don't know, you can't look at it and not smile, and it makes me just want to eat and share and be around a big table with friends. So get ready for when you come back, because picnic time, this guy's going to be there. Thing number 2! My second favorite thing is this guy. He's a recent purchase too, but as we kind of got that, we got on the topic of picnics, and I was like, you know what, we use this small, cheap old cooler, and I've seen these things around the farmer's market. People take them to the farmer's market, fill it full of their fruit and vegetables, and then take them home. And what I find so frustrating on Saturday mornings when I go to the farmer's market is that when I go, I also want to stay downtown a little bit, because we're there, and if I get a pastry and have a coffee, why not go to the park and read a book and eat it at the same time? But the thing is you got all your farmer's market stuff, your eggs, your milk, your fruits and vegetables, and what do you do with it? Well, my thought is you put it in a cooler. You have ice packs and you keep it cold, and then you go home and you put it in your fridge, which is perfect, right? But the problem is we don't have a cooler that big. It's really small. I mean, you've seen it. It's not that big. So this guy is like, I'm serious, when you get home, you're taking this everywhere, because you know how much we like eating outside and stuff. Favorite thing number 3! I love these earrings that I'm wearing, and the only reason that I'm wearing them is I have to give a shout out to Ashley Hill. She left them here when she was staying overnight, and then she left Halifax. So I sent her a message and I said, hey, you left your earrings here. I just realized you probably want them back. And she was like, no, I'll just use them. I'll get them back when I come back. And I was like, well, we don't know when that's going to be. So I'm going to mail them to her as soon as she has an address. But for now, I'm going to enjoy them. And then I will send them back as soon as she's settled. I think she's in Florida now. I love you. I love you so much. Take care of yourself and be safe. And I think you're doing great work out there, so don't ever doubt that. If you ever doubt that, you know who you can come talk to, you can come talk to me, because I'll tell you, I can't believe it. I can't believe that you would ever doubt yourself. Don't ever doubt yourself. And I know you don't. So just go do be amazing, be awesome. You're shiny. You're friggin' shiny. You're like golden. You're like the most golden. So that's all I got to say. Eating on camera?